And now for our first match, our referee in the ring is Bristol.
Yeah, Bristol.
Anywhere but the friend zone and Alabama. Give my good side. Thank you.
And his opponent.
If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, if heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I just as soon stay down there.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, on this edition, January 4th, 2020, first show of the new decade. And we're about to witness the Confederate Kid take on delicious Don Yoder. Oh, and here we go, delicious. One half of Outspoken with something to say here. There's the bell. He said chicken's delicious, but he's no chicken. Then he needs to get his behind in that ring. He does have a point, though. He wasn't in the ring when the bell was rang. It's probably the first good point Don Yoder's ever made in his life. But it was a good one nonetheless. The Confederate Kid trying to get his hands on delicious Don Yoder.
I'll get in. Keep it back.
And the Confederate Kid holding the ropes, trying to get delicious Don Yoder to hurry up and get in here. He's dying to get his hands on delicious Don Yoder, ladies and gentlemen. You know, there was a little bit of a backstage altercation there. You know, delicious Don Yoder, one half of Outspoken, always running his mouth, always getting into the head of his opponents. You know, kind of picking at the Confederate Kid here. And, you know, really attacking the Confederate Kid's character, you know, talking about the Confederate flag, you know, making jokes about the Confederate flag and making jokes that the Confederate Kid is a racist and that he stood for slavery, but that is completely not true. The Confederate Kid carrying on his deep tradition from the South only represents the South for the taxation purposes that a lot of historians fail to mention. And, you know, they try to say that the Confederate flag stands for racism, stands for slavery. But I've talked to the Confederate kid. I've met him personally. The guy is not a racist. He's not for slavery. And, you know, Delicious Don Yoder just attacking his character backstage. We had to get the hybrid pro security just to separate him then. You know, we almost opened the show with the match, but we finally got them to calm down. Got the Confederate kid to agree to stay off of Don Yoder until they got in the ring. And, you know, total class act is the Confederate kid, a veteran of 21 years in this business. And right now he's getting what he really wants. And you can hear the silence from Don Yoder. You know, no more jokes, no more laughing, no more playing around. He understands now he's in there with a man. Now you see Don Yoder trying to beat Confederate kid in a test of strength. You know, I got to have a word with Don Yoder after everything finally settled down backstage. We finally got everything calm. And I said, you know, Don Yoder, you've got a lot of nerve attacking the character of the Confederate kid. And also, you're going to be going out there solo tonight. Do you really want to poke the bear like this? And, you know, everything I would say, every question I would throw at him, he just kept dodging it by talking about how delicious he was. He said he was going to put away the Confederate kid with the delicious leg drop. He said he was going to make us all happy with his deliciousness. He said he's going to win tonight because he's delicious. And he also said he's a delicious winner. So only time will tell if Don Yoder is actually taking this serious or not. He is in control right now, but still a lot left in the gas tank of the Confederate kid. He's gonna make Don Yoder pay tonight. It's the last thing he does. Oh man, vicious shot. Oh, wait a minute. Confederate kid blocked that one. Oh man. Vicious knife edge chops to delicious Don Yoder. Oh, and now just stomping a mud hole in him is the Confederate kid. Oh man, it just kicked him right in the face. The cover. Oh, and Don Yoder desperately goes for the eyes. An illegal maneuver right there. As you see Bristol counting. Pure desperation from Don Yoder. Right about now, he's probably thinking he shouldn't have ran his mouth. He shouldn't have defamed the character of the Confederate kid. It's personal, ladies and gentlemen. It's heated. Oh, man. But it doesn't matter what it is when you run into a train like delicious Don Yoder. And you can see now as Don Yoder closes his mouth, stops taunting, gets his head in the game, he can be a serious threat. And he could pick up a victory very well right now as Bristol gets up to 4. You know, although the Confederate kid nearly doubles Don Yoder's experience, very smart veteran maneuver right here. Don Yoder, you know, just simply attacked him outside, and, you know, instead of beating on him, climbed back inside, gained the height advantage, and got back some much-needed wind. You know, soon as Confederate kid slid in, basically like Don Yoder's 12 feet tall, he just stomped a mud hole in him. Oh man, and a delicious splash. That could be it. Confederate kid still in there.
on you! Hey! What's on you?
Oh, look at him distracting the ref so he can choke the Confederate kid. What a coward. I'm so sick of Delicious Don Yoder. Oh, wait just a minute. The Confederate kid with the roll-up. 1, 2. Oh, and he nearly got him right there. Bristol just slightly out of position. If he wouldn't have had to jump over him, he might have counted the 3 right there. But nonetheless, the Confederate kid fired up. Oh. And vicious double axe handles to the spine of the Confederate kid. These two can't stand each other.
Let's go. For all you Alabama fans, you get to see something really nice.
Hey, stop mocking these Alabamians. Nobody likes you anyway, Don Yoder, except your buddy Fatality. Outspoken, not doing so well here tonight in their solos matchups. Oh, but there's the delicious leg drop from out of nowhere. Count it. Wait a minute. Oh, Bristol said he kicked out just in time. Oh, man, and you can see Don Yoder now getting frustrated. He thought that was it. He told me backstage that nobody kicks out of the delicious leg drop because he's just simply too delicious. There's something in his hands right there, too. Delicious hyping himself up. Just smothering the Confederate kid. Get in there, Bristol. Hey, wait a second. This is Don Yoder told him to check him, and he had something in his hands, folks. I seen it. Oh, look at that, just putting that elbow right into that cauliflowered ear of the Confederate kid. I tell you, when you've spent 2 decades in this business, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have both ears cauliflowered, probably loss of hearing, probably multiple concussions suffered. Right now, it's all taking its toll on the Confederate kid. He's in trouble. He's got to dig deep. Got to reach down. Oh, Yoder's got him up. Scoops him. Oh, man, just planted him face first into the canvas. That's all. Just count it. 2 and 3. Oh, no, wait just a minute. Oh, man, Confederate kid rolled him up from out of nowhere, folks. Hey, it's official. Bristol says 3. Southern justice has prevailed here tonight against one of the mouthiest of them all, Don Yoder. How's that for deliciousness, Don Yoder? Oh, a Confederate kid kicking the life right out of Don Yoder. He's probably going to go backstage and barf up his delicious lunch now. But what he's not going to do is go back and celebrate, because he just got his butt whipped by the Confederate kid. Huge shout out to our sponsors such as Highway 77 Bingo in Graceville, Florida for bringing us that awesome matchup. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.